finally reached Zurich and see what I spotted. So currently I am at Grindelwald, just waiting for the train. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today in this video, I am going to show you my Europe trip. In this trip, I am covering two countries, France and Switzerland. So first we are going to take a flight from Mumbai to Abu Dhabi and then from Abu Dhabi to Paris. So let's continue the video from boarding gate. So this is a flight which is going to take us to Abu Dhabi first and then we are going to take a connecting flight to Paris. After landing in Abu Dhabi, we had a layover of 3 hours and the journey to Paris was around 7.5 hours. After waiting, we boarded the plane and we were ready for takeoff, and officially the Europe trip begins. After taking off, as I mentioned before, we have 7.5 hours left for the destination to arrive, so I spent my time watching movies, watching web series and documentaries, and finally it was time to land in Paris. Okay, so finally landed in Paris. So officially I can say welcome to Paris. Upon our arrival, we completed the immigration process and reached our Airbnb and settled in. As it was our first day, we decided to take a well-deserved rest. The following day, we were eagerly prepared for our exciting trip to Disneyland Paris. So it's day 2 in Paris, and today we are going to Disneyland, and that's a ride for the day, the Mercedes V-Class. It was an hour's journey, and after reaching Disneyland, we were enjoying the rides like Indiana Jones, Star Wars Hyperspace Mountain and many more. Afterwards, I sat in this ride called Autopia, which has no ups and downs. Unlike a roller coaster, it has a pleasant ride experience, followed by a show portraying a story of Lion King. After all the rides, we concluded the day by watching the Disneyland parade, where different Disney characters show up. On the third day, as well as the last day in Paris, we went for a city tour. So the first place was this church. The name is so hard to pronounce, so I wrote it on the screen. Afterwards, we went to Arc de Triomphe, clicked some photos below, and then went to Louvre Museum to see the painting of Mona Lisa. And a last destination, without which we cannot imagine the city of Paris, that is obviously the Eiffel Tower. After the visit to Eiffel Tower, we went on to the river cruise. And that concludes a 3-day trip in Paris, and we were all set to leave for Switzerland. Okay, so today we are leaving for Switzerland. So this was my room for past 3 days in Paris, and this was the view outside. After boarding the train, which was TGV Liria, we had a 3 hours of journey to Geneva. At Geneva, we had to take another train for Bern, then to Interlaken and Lauterbrunnen, and last stop Wengen, where we were going to stay for next 6 days. After reaching our apartment, we had taken a good rest as the next day was going to be the trip to Jungfrau, also known as the top of Europe. Finally reached Jungfrau. Just waiting for the train. After reaching the highest viewpoint, we could see the mountains and some photograph-worthy points, which was then accompanied by a snowfall that enhanced the beauty of the mountains. The next day, we went to Stobach Falls and went to explore the nearest point of the Stobach Falls, which we couldn't finish. Then we took a train to Brienz, and there we took a cruise to Interlaken, where we witnessed waterfalls, beautiful lakeside villages, and many more things. Then we concluded our day by exploring Interlaken, and next day we were all set for Grindelwald. In Grindelwald, we went for a zip line and then for mountain cart, which I'll suggest you to do whenever you visit Grindelwald. So currently I am at Grindelwald. You can even do paragliding here. So I went in this zip line and now I am going in the mountain cart. So finally sat on this mountain bike and now I am about to start the ride. After finishing the mountain cart ride, we all then headed back towards our home. Next day, we went to Lucerne and explored some streets and heritage places and concluded our day with a boat ride. Currently I am in Lucerne and now I am about to go in this bridge. This was built in 13th century and it is still standing. I bought this Swiss army knife and she is engraving my name on it. Where I bought the army knife, it is exactly in front of Loewen Center or Kanchi Indian restaurant. So it is opposite to this side. So you can come and buy any type of army knife and they did a free engraving. After 6 days of stay, it was time to leave for Zurich. There we explored one famous street called Bahnhofstrasse, where you will find many expensive brands and it is even one of the richest streets of Zurich. Finally reached Zurich and now I'm just waiting for my bus.
नहीं हमको ये जो आप स्ट्रीट बोल रहे थे शॉपिंग के लिए वो कहाँ जाना है वो मेरे
वो स्टेशन से निकलेंगे ना तो वो मेन स्ट्रीट है बानहोफ स्ट्रासे बोलते हैं और स्टेशन रोड.
I am in Zurich and see what I spotted. The Ferrari 812 Superfast. There's the Audi RS6, the Porsche Taycan and the Cayenne behind it. Currently I am at a street called Bahnhofstrasse where you'll spot supercars like this and it has many big brands like Chanel, Gucci, Rolex and many more brands. Next day we took a train to Engelberg and then a gondola ride to Mount Titlis. Now I reached to the first point and now I am going to take the rotor from there. And this is the view. So finally reached the top of Mount Titlis and this is the view. After going from the top, we are here and this is the lake ahead. So I was at that point somewhere and now I am down here at the lake.
There comes the border stone over here. This concrete stone over here. This quarter stone with the letter S on it. You see it here? This is the border stone to Germany. So the border runs down the hill into the middle of the Rhine. And then it stays in the middle of the Rhine for the next 13 kilometers. So that means now we are actually in Germany.
After the boat ride at Rhine Falls, we headed back to Zurich for the Lindt chocolate factory tour. We finally reached the Lindt chocolate factory. The entrance and we got a welcome by the chocolate fountain and it is written the fountain of surrounded with real chocolate. So it is filled with real chocolate as you can see. In the visit, they showed us the process of making chocolates and even had some samples of different flavors of chocolates. After the factory visit, they had this amazing chocolate dispenser machine, and that marks an end to the trip of Switzerland. So good morning guys, finally today is the flight. So just got ready and now I'm on the way to the airport. So finally we have come to an end of the trip as well as this video. So I hope you enjoyed the video. So do like the video, share the video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.